Okay, everyone, this is a guide on how to do a DNA extraction lab of strawberries at your house. So, everything that you see in front of you are your supplies. These are the things you're going to be needing to do this. First of all, we've got some sort of strainer here. Any type will work. We've got Dawn dishwasher liquid, salt, paper plate, some rubbing alcohol, a glass, a spoon, strawberries, of course, and 1 to 2 plastic bags. So that's your supply list to do this experiment. Now, before you do anything else, you're going to need to chill your rubbing alcohol. So you're going to put that in the freezer because you'll need it later, and it's going to have to be cold. The next thing you're going to do is open your strawberries. I'm going to pick 3 of them and remove the green tops from them. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is take one of your plastic bags, going to open it up and put your 3 strawberries inside. Now you're going to close it. And now if you want to, you can take this bag and put these inside of this, because some bags will break down here at the corners and it's really a pain to clean up strawberry juice. But now after you have all 3 of your strawberries in here, you are going to basically just smash them and try to get as much juice out of them as you can. That's going to be the key to this part. And you're going to do this for approximately 2 minutes. Alright, now this is where this can get messy. What you're going to do is take your strawberry pulp, basically, your soup, I guess you could say, and you're going to take your glass and your strainer. This is going to be kind of hard with this big of a strainer, but you're going to place it over your glass like so, and going to open your bag of strawberries, and now slowly pour some of it over the glass. Make sure not to get it anywhere else. Half won't come out. Okay, now once you have that, going to take your spoon and make sure it's all over the glass so you're not getting strawberry juice all over your table or your counter or wherever you're doing this. And you're just going to kind of mash it down into your strainer. This might be kind of different depending on what kind of strainer you use, but this is really the only one I had that would work for this. So basically you're just going to keep doing this and just try to get as much strawberry juice into the glass as you can. Now once you've done that, the messy part's pretty much over now. You don't need extremely a lot of strawberry juice, but if you can get enough that will kind of cover the bottom of the glass, that would be good. So try to get that much. The more strawberry juice you get, the more DNA you're going to get at the end. But as long as you have about this much, you'll be fine. Now, depending on how much strawberry juice you get, this next part is going to change a little bit. Basically, if you get like a lot of strawberry juice, you're going to want to use about 2 tablespoons of your Dawn. But if you don't get very much, what you're going to want to do is estimate how much you have and then add about 1/6 of that in dishwasher fluid. So we're going to estimate here. Pour in about 1/6. I'm just going to put a couple drops in. A little bit more, just for good measure. And now you're going to swirl this to mix it. Don't want to swirl it too hard. Just swirl it for a couple seconds to get it to mix in with the strawberry juice. Now, once you've mixed it in like I just did, you're going to have to wait for 5 to 10 minutes. So we'll be back as soon as 10 minutes is gone. Okay, now after the 10 minutes have passed, you're going to take your sea salt, or just normal salt. Sea salt's fine too, but just take your sea salt and you're going to do a pinch, or, you know, if it's in a little container like this, just kind of a little handful like so, if you can see that. And you're going to put that in here. Make sure you get it all. And now, if this were in a test tube at like school, it would be a lot easier to stir this. But now what you have to do is just kind of rock it back and forth. You have to stir it really gently or else you're going to screw it up. So just stir it really gently until you don't see any salt left. Just kind of, you know, you can go back and forth, you can go in a circle, whatever, just don't do it very hard. Now you're going to go get your rubbing alcohol out of the freezer. Now once you have your rubbing alcohol chilled in the freezer, you're going to take it and you're going to pour in just enough to kind of cover the strawberries. Basically, the more you put in, it's going to be easier to see. Just make sure you fill it, you know, just a little ways over the strawberries. And now you're going to have to pour this in really gently, so I recommend tilting the glass like this, and then just really slowly pouring in the rubbing alcohol down the side so that it doesn't disturb anything. And now, I'm going to add a little bit more just so the camera will be able to see it. But once you have all the rubbing alcohol in there that you need, going to let it sit, and eventually you will start to see DNA come out. So this is kind of what your solution should look like right here. We've already actually got some DNA coming out, but I'll show you what it looks like, hopefully at a better angle here in a second. So hopefully you can see that, but that's about how much rubbing alcohol you want to put in. Okay, so now after a couple more minutes, about 5 usually, you will start to see some DNA. Might be hard for you guys to see, but there are some little white clouds in it. We're gonna look at it this way and see if you can see it. All of that stuff suspended in the water, or well, actually the rubbing alcohol, that's all DNA. So if you've done this right, you will see something like that, and then you can take a toothpick or something and get it out if you really want to get it out. But for me, just getting the DNA is satisfaction enough. So I hope this guide helped you all, and that's all for now.